to my channel. I'm Emma and this is So Do It Emma. It's kind of a quick intro today because I'm doing 5 questions, 1 take. I was watching Whitney from Tom Kat Stitchery YouTube channel, and Inside the Hem has asked her to be part of this. So I think Whitney's just went and kicked it off, so I was like, why not? I'm a sewing person, I've got a YouTube channel, here we go. Right, so first question, and I'll put all the questions up here and then I'll type them down there as well, so if you're a YouTuber and you're a sewing YouTuber, yeah, you can take part. Just put the hashtag 5 questions 1 take, and yeah, let's get started. What has your sewing journey looked like? Who taught you? When did you start? Any breaks? I've got the questions right in front of me to keep them right. So, I've had a series of different teachers. Possibly my earliest being at primary school, dabbling with I made a cushion, and yeah, there was this teacher, she came into school and we did a 3x3 block, so it had 9 blocks, square blocks, and then we had a big square back, we put them together, and then we stuffed it, and I've still got the cushion today. Maybe next video I'll show it because I don't want to edit this too much, but yes. Yeah, so that was probably the earliest, and I dabbled at high school. We had home ec, we made the pencil case and stuff like that at home ec, and something else, but I wasn't really, I suppose if I threw myself into it I would have been okay, but I think my head was in horses and I wanted to become a riding instructor or a horse whisperer. Yeah, I had big ambitions when I was younger, being horsey and all the rest of it. But anyway, back to sewing. Gran was quite crafty. My mum knew how to sew. She liked a bit of dabbling in crafty stuff like floral art and things like that. But it's funny, I've never really sat with my mum and said, oh, show me this, show me that, show me that. She hated buttons. I know that with a vengeance. She hated trying to do buttonholes. Probably because she's got a 4-step buttonhole on her machine, and that is a fraff. I have now got a 1-step buttonhole, and oh my goodness, the difference in stress levels. Huh, Jane. And I like doing buttonholes. Mum reboot. Ringing my night now. If she was here. So I'm not going to go into that dark place. Right, so yeah, so I would have started when I was maybe quite young with having influence like that, so maybe 6, 7, 8, round about then at school. And then I've always had my gran, my mum's mum, she loved crafts and stuff like that, especially machine knitting, and she would always corner me and get the measurements to make me jumpers. Yeah, and it was like pure wool, and I always remember being really itchy in them. Lovely thought, but thought of being itchy in wool jumpers, oh my goodness. But yeah, she loved machine knitting. I think it was a wee bit like sewing to her. It was her escape, and she had, I remember her her having her own little machine knitting room, and I always heard it go back and forward, back and forward. Yeah. And she actually got me a wee junior machine knitter that I actually took to, no problem. But yeah, it was like a passing phase, if you know what I mean. And I think I had a junior sewing machine as well. I don't think I really took to that, but I took to the machine knitter or knitting machine. Yeah, I seem to enjoy that, and I think I did a few rows of things. I don't know what happened to the things that I made. Who knows? So yeah, I would say high school I didn't really dabble in that much, like later high school and then college and other life stuff. So I think maybe 6 years ago it kind of clicked. I must have seen something, I really liked it, and I thought I really would like to make an occasional dress. So I looked up a workshop, found one, the Red Thread Studio in Edinburgh. So they were doing a Christmas dress, and they had the pattern 5748 Butterick, and yeah, so basically made that up. I think it was a 10 to 12 week course in the evenings for a couple of hours each night. So it's, I think it was every Tuesday or something. So every Tuesday you would go along for a couple of hours and sew a bit more, and they showed you how to measure yourself and measure the garment and get it all right. Didn't finish it until very recently. I left the hem until very recently to finish off. So I finished that off, tried it on. You might have seen it in either stories or my Instagram post. It's a green dress. The bust starts were slightly off, and I was like, ooh, the stitching, Emma. Ooh. But yeah, that was my really first dress. And it was a bit nice. There was a lining, there was an invisible zip, there was, yeah, there was a bust start, gathering, yeah. Flung myself into the deep end, eh? So, yes, I did that. Then I think I did an adult education class in my local council area. So I did that for 2 blocks, made the Dahlia dress by Collect Patterns, and then I made a Simplicity skirt, both of which I don't own anymore. I passed it on to charity shop, so I'm fingers crossed it's not landed in like landfill. That's my only pet hate, my only scary thought, that I mean, they're wearable, they could have been taken apart and reused in a different way. But yeah, and then the next class I did, I think, another evening class, and that was down at the bead shop in Harrington, and they started off being a jewellery beading work classes and actual shop, online shop as well. I was a magpie in there, and then they started going into crafting, like knitting and sewing and stuff. So I got into that, and I think I did maybe 1 or 2 blocks. We made like a handbag, a pin cushion, a sewing case, and then I think we did a cushion. We did like basics. I've still got the cushion, and I think I still got the handbag and the sewing pouch. Maybe in my works in progress because I didn't quite finish them, but I finished the cushion, and it still gets used to this day. I started making a skirt, but then tried it on and it doesn't fit, so yeah, I've learned a lot since then. Check the body measurements, check the finished measurements, and buy the pattern before you after you check the measurements that the pattern goes up to your measurements, because it ain't the same as a shop ready to wear section. Just saying. So after that, I started doing blocks at one of my fabric shops in Edinburgh, Fabric Focus, and the teacher there, Abby, has taught me so much. I must be on my 4th or 5th block by now, pre-pandemic. I always enjoyed how Abby taught and teaches. She's got a calmness to her, and she will show you, oh, this is how you could do it. It doesn't quite fit, and she'll actually stand and help you fit the bodice or the trousers and make sure that everything's right. And yeah, we're still in contact today, and she's always going, oh, you are prolific, and she's like always telling me how proud I've come in my dressmaking journey. So yeah, that's kind of up to date. So basically the last six-ish to 7 years, I really have built up my sewing repertoire. There's still stuff that I'm still learning. I think sewing is just this continuous skill that you build up upon, and if you're just starting, don't fret, just go slow and enjoy the ride. It's not race. Okay, so question 2, describe your sewing space. Where is it? Is it private or shared? Is the space messy or clean? Well, my sewing space is up in the attic, and it's either boiling in summer or freezing in winter. So in summer I usually have my skylight open to let any breeze come in, and in winter I've got a wee heater that heats up, but then I've got to watch because then it affects the thermostat of the boiler, and then it makes the rest of the house cold. So yeah, I've got to kind of watch on how high it is for how long. So that is a working progress. And usually, hey ma, the house is freezing, would you turn the heater off so the radiator's on downstairs? Go on. Yeah. That's my husband. Real life. So it is a private room, but my husband needs access to the control stat at any time, so I have to try and keep it clear, which recently, because I've been shifting my knit fabric into the drawers, taking it off bolts and stuff like that, and then I've got excess woven stuff to be put back on the board into where I want them, because I want all my wovens together in sections, whereas the knit material is now in the the drawer baskets. It was mixed before, but I was like, no, I want all my knits in one place, and then all my wovens together in the sewing room, so I know where to look. So it is a work in progress, and hopefully by this weekend I can actually get most of the fabric off the floor, which are in bags, off the floor and onto boards or onto shelves and organised. So I've kind of did that already with my denim fabric and my corduroy fabric, so we're there. I'm not quite sure percentage wise, or definitely not halfway there. My space, messy or clean? I would say messy. I try and tidy it up Try and give it a clean every so often, but it doesn't stay tidy that long. No. Especially if I'm in projects. If I've got a few testers, everything just goes. Yeah? So there you go. Question 3. What does it mean to be a sewing YouTuber? Does it... Does it meet your expectations? My writing's really dodgy right there. And do you think it turned out the way you expected it to be? I love this community. I really do. On YouTube, on Instagram, not so much on Facebook. I really don't push that area on Facebook that often. I kind of like Instagram and YouTube. That's where I predominantly reign. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a lovely little journey. In the last 18 months on Instagram, and my followers have went woof. And it's been lovely welcoming new sewers and chatting, building relationships, building friendships, same thing. Yeah, just being there. It's been a really nice journey. On YouTube, I had a YouTube channel like previous, and this is just still the same channel, and I did a few videos and then I kind of took a break. A good break, must have been about 3 years, and then about 8-9 months ago I decided to restart it, and here we are. It's been good. The subscribers have, I wouldn't say woof, rushed, but it's been a nice gradual incline of subscribers, and we've just got 500 subscribers on the channel as of the 3rd Sunday, just past the 3rd of October. It's been lovely to get to that little milestone. It's a huge milestone for me. Might be little to ones that have got thousands of subscribers, but it's a huge one for me. So I would just hope my channel just keeps flourishing. I would like to get to the 1,000 subscribers so I can get the community tab, and I think there's a couple of other things that you can unlock as well, but it would be quite nice to get that, because I like having a little banter with my subscribers, especially in the comments and stuff like that. I do like them. Might be short and sweet sometimes because it depends on how many comments I've got, and like, oh, I have to think about that. And I like to try and get to them as soon as I can, but sometimes YouTube is funny and I don't see the comments until a week later, and I'm like, what's happened? So I apologise for that one. But yeah, I just hope it keeps growing, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. It's been so nice, it's been so positive. Sorry, I am just taking my notes off so I can turn it around so I can see what the next question is. Yeah, it's been so nice to be part of this community. Instagram and YouTube, a wee bit of Facebook, although I'm not really on my Facebook. I've mainly had a positive experience, which is great. Okay, question number 4. My most memorable project. It has to be the jacket. My mum started for me. I don't know how it came. I think she was starting she came on and did the same sewing class as me, but on a different day. She did it during the day with Abby. We shared the teacher. And I think for her first block, she decided to do a coat for me, which I was like, oh, wow. So yeah, we went into Fabric Focus. We chose the tweed, we chose the French frog buckles, we chose the lining, we got the thread and all the other bits and pieces that we needed. My mum measured me, and we did a toile, a calico toile, which I've still got, and just started cutting out the lining, the outer, the other bits and pieces, and I think she started tacking them as well. Saved me the hassle. And then she unfortunately got really tired and her cancer was getting a bit too much to handle, and unfortunately she passed away that May of 2017. So it took me a year to kind of get my head round it. I have to finish it. So I did. And with help from Abby, she kept me night, so there's no fails. It's lovely. It's not been out for a while. I have to check that it better not have any moth bugs on it. But yes, that kind of got me. Yeah, it's my pride and joy. It really fits well, although I'm not quite sure after pandemic weight I'll have to really get myself into gear and lose that extra weight that I put on, because I would like to wear it and it not burst open. Because it is a special make and it's like a hug from my mum every time I wear it. So there we go. It's not a total fail, apart from poof. Yeah, October is my mum's birthday. It's on the 21st of this month, so yeah, it's probably getting a wee bit emotional talking about it, but yeah, keeping it real. I will put a wee trigger warning at the start of this, so there is a warning, I hope. Yeah, so I think that would be my most treasured, memorable I can't say that word today. Yeah. Total fails. Oh. Some. I can't even think what they are. But yeah, I've had fails. They've been chucked to the side. Yeah. Maybe not check my size, which is like, come on. But that was early days. Now I do it a lot more. I always try and ask, especially if it's not on a website or Etsy or on the back of a pattern. I'll go and ask the designer, look, have you got finished measurements for this? Because that's how I base on how I can get away with sewing this up, and I would love to sew it up. So finished body measurements and finished garment measurements is the key for me. Hands up. Right, final question. I'm not going to burst into tears anymore, I hope. One quote saying that resonates with sewing YouTube success. Just do it. Like, what's the harm? Just do it. With sewing, you've got your unpicker. It's just material. It's not the end of the world. And practice, practice, practice. Break things down. It's like, I want to sew a pair of trousers. Well, do it. But you've got those stages. Everything's cut into a stage. So you can stop at any one point if you get frustrated and walk away. So yeah. YouTube, you got that edit button and you can replay that video until you feel like you get it right. This is one take though. You saw it real. But yes, that's it. Just do it. And I'll leave it there. What I'm wearing is the Seamwork Alice top. It's made out of a viscose gel. You can probably see it's got like equation sums on it. I'm not a mathematical person, but this will probably be the bee's knees with them. But there you go. I like this one. I think making it out of viscose jersey really ticked that box there. Cotton jersey, it's a bit more snug. I might have to go up a size, but viscose jersey seems to give me a little bit more room, and I do like it. I think it was mauve that got me, but there you go. I've got tracky bottoms, which you can't see, and they're just ready to wear. And I'm inside. I'm not going back out. It was torture taking the dog out earlier. But yeah, I love you and leave you, and I'll see you very, very shortly for another video vlog. Take care. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, and I will see you very, very soon.